I'm here today with Janet Clark. I don't know if you'd like to introduce yourself and just explain a little bit about what you do.
Hi, sure. Thanks, Aleric. I'm Janet Clark. I am the CEO of the Freedom Shift, otherwise known as the Sales Matchmaker.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I know you were just here for some work that we did on your new videos and the YouTube ads, and you've been in our program for a little while now. So I'd love to just kind of hear your thoughts a little bit about not just today, but also the program in general, just so that people watching can kind of get a sense of, who we are and what we do. So I don't know if you want to start by explaining, what made you find AdOutreach and want to work with us.
Yeah, sure. So I met Aleric, it was 3 years ago in a high-level mastermind that we were both a part of. And I've always been fascinated by what he's been doing. And I guess I've pretty much gone the gamut in my business with the Facebook ads and the webinar funnel and all of that. And I really came to the conclusion that I wasn't going to do any more ads, right? But I recognized, and I've been following Aleric, and I saw how much success he was having with YouTube. And I realized how important the video is, how important YouTube ads are. And so I decided that it was a good fit for the salespeople who I am recruiting into my program. So I decided I'm going to do it.
Excellent, excellent. And so you mentioned you decided you didn't want to do ads anymore, and that might be an experience people who are watching right now have experienced too with, Facebook and some of the costs rising and everything. You might maybe share a little bit more about what you were experiencing there, and then what did you see that's different with what we do with YouTube ads?
Yeah, so for me, it was working. The Facebook ads, my calendar was getting filled up, but I really could not deal with the people who were coming through Facebook. Pretty much it was just a lot of junk. I call them crap, right? Just crap leads. But, it was like finding a needle in a haystack, and I don't want to be on all those sales calls, and I don't want my salespeople to be on all those sales calls. So I was looking for, how do I actually turn on a source of new leads coming through that are going to be higher quality? And so I recognize that YouTube is certainly a place where you can put yourself out there and show your value in a better way. You have more opportunity to do that. And I've been watching your success. So I know that the investment to do YouTube is not going to be as great as I was spending on Facebook. And I am expecting that we're going to have a great higher return, especially because I'm working with you, Aleric.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so maybe you want to explain a little bit about, your experience so far in the program. You've had a script writing call with our in-house copywriter, James, and obviously you've worked closely with myself and with Phil, the group coaching calls that we have, the back end. And then in a second, we'll talk about your experience today, because obviously this is something new that we're experimenting with and we're doing, is bringing people into the office. But maybe you could explain, the program so far and your experience that you've had working with us and our team.
Yeah, so I'm about halfway through the program, and it's been amazing. Step by step, everything that we need to know to get our YouTube ads going. I do not like doing video. I am a little bit, probably like some other people out there, shy in front of the camera, believe it or not, even though I'm very articulate and I like to talk a lot. It's when I'm doing these ads, I feel a little bit uncomfortable. So that part of it has been the only thing that I kind of said to you, I'm struggling a little bit to get the ads done. And I was so impressed because you invited me to come, and we'll come into my office and I'll help you do them. So I happen to be up in the Boston area, and I said, I'm taking advantage of that. So I really, I'm impressed with that, that you gave me this time, you videoed me. But let me go back a little bit, because you also asked a little bit about the scripting and all of that. So the thing that was that happened first was that I was able to meet with your James, who is your copywriter, and we went through an exercise with him where he came up with a whole bunch of different openings and wrote the entire script for me based on everything that I said to him. And so I didn't really even have to figure out what am I going to say. That was all done for me professionally, and like amazing what he came up with. So yeah, I'm really happy with it so far. I'm so excited to launch the ads.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you're explaining kind of like the way that you felt throughout the program and everything, because it's been great working with you as well, especially since we've known each other so long with the other masterminds and programs and just seeing you go through YouTube ads. So it looks like the gimbal that we were using just died, so we've just switched over to the phone here. But I was saying, so thank you so much for kind of explaining your experience throughout the program. And I know one of the things that you did was actually be able to come out here, which is something new that we're doing, inviting people to the office. We got a great video produced, which I'm really excited about. Maybe you can explain a little bit about that and that experience.
Yeah, so I've been here for a couple of hours, which has been awesome. And what we wanted to accomplish was, I had the script, I just really wanted to get the thing filmed. And it was hard for me doing it on my own, and I guess I could have asked somebody else to do it, but I really felt like you would be the best person to help me with it, and you offered, so here I am. But it's been great because we were able to do the filming. We have this beautiful background, you can't see it here, but we're in the office in Cambridge with this beautiful view, and so we got that in the video, so that was great. So it makes me feel good because, number one, I wanted to be able to see you again, but it was also nice to get something accomplished while I was here. And it reinforces within me that this is a great program, that you are committed to my success, which is really obviously important for anybody who invests a lot of money in a coaching program, to know that the person that they're working with wants them to succeed. So thank you, Aleric.
Thank you, and that means a lot. And so maybe you could explain as well, just kind of your experience. I know you've also worked with a lot of different programs. For people who aren't familiar, I mean, Janet's just amazing. Like, you won't tell because she's so humble, but you literally, sold like $8 million worth of high ticket sales for a variety of different consultants and everything. And you've seen a lot of programs. And I'd love just to kind of hear a little bit, because we set ours up a little bit unique. Obviously, it's a done with you program. I'm sure you have other people that you work with who do that. But maybe you could explain a little bit about how our program works and kind of from an inside perspective, also seeing all these different programs out there, like the value that we have with the YouTube ad side of things and how that kind of relates. Yeah,
I mean, I'm not really too much of a person for done with you. I like done for you. But, and we talked about that when we were on our call. Yeah. And you said, this program is going to be a step-by-step. Now, obviously, I have my virtual assistant helper as well. So it's been something that you've allowed both of us to be a part of, and that has been really, really helpful for me, because I feel, I tell everybody I'm technically challenged. It's kind of true. But it's not over my head, right? I'm able to take it step by step by step, and along with my assistant, we're able to figure out exactly what we need to do. And every week we get access twice a week to you guys, and you've been great. Whenever we need to get on the call, we have a question, you're going to be right there for us. Plus, I know that Sue, my assistant, has actually had times where she's been able to just jump on the phone with Phil, and he just makes time for her. So it's not like, oh, you can't ever get access to us. We don't feel that way at all. So no, it's been very, what's the word I want to say? Sort of inviting. Like you guys have made us feel like, okay, you want us to succeed. It's not like we're just in the program and we don't have access to you. So that's been great. Absolutely, absolutely. And one question I always like to ask when I have any of these types of interviews or talking with clients is, somebody who's watching this right now, they might be on the fence, right? They're not sure if YouTube ads are right for them, or if they want to join this program. Maybe they had a call with me, or they're deciding whether or not to book one. What would you say to that person who's watching right now, who's not sure if this is a fit for them or something they want to do? Well, first of all, if you work with Aleric, it's going to be a good choice. So let's just get that off the table. As far as YouTube, we know that YouTube is a search engine in and of itself, right? When you do a search on Google, the first thing that's going to come up is a YouTube, right? And so all of the things that Aleric says in his webinar all make so much sense. So don't second guess yourself. If you're going to put your money into something, you're going to use one of the platforms out there. YouTube is the one that is the most popular. I mean, it's the one that everybody knows about. My 2-year-old grandson says to me, I need a phone. And I'm like, why do you need a phone? I gotta watch YouTube, right? So it's everybody. And so I think YouTube it's just the right platform for anybody who is looking to grow their business.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Thank you, Janet. And is there any other, and I always like to kind of leave this open for anything else that you want to share, either about the experience that you've had with us, maybe an overview of, what you've done so far and where you're looking to go, like any other thing you want to share, obviously, in this video that we have today?
Well, let me just say this. First of all, you guys can't see her, but the awesome Julia is here, Aleric's assistant, and she's been with us every step of the way. She's very accessible to us in the program as well. And it's been great for the brainstorming part of being here today, for her just supporting me. So I feel great about that. And what I think is that, as we grow our business, we're always going to be into something new, something that's a little bit scary, a little bit different. And it makes sense when you trust somebody. I tell people, because as Aleric said, I sell a lot of high ticket programs. And at some point, it's pick your horse and ride it. And if you know that YouTube is the right direction for you to go, then go do it. And stop worrying about every other shiny object that's out there. Just, get hooked up with Aleric and make your move and get this thing going, because it's not, you can't lose by putting yourself out there, being visible, being accessible to the people who are searching for you. So there's that. And then the other side of it is we've had these great conversations today, not only about the video that we're filming, but strategy. Like, how are we going to go after these keywords? Where are we going to put our ads? Just those extra things that are really going to make the difference as we go forward. And I'm super excited. I mean, I'm going to come back on here and talk about this more, because we're just to launch our ads now, and be able to talk about how, because I've seen you do it with other people, how you dive in and look at their the results that they're getting, and be able to analyze and be able to shift the focus a little bit, get rid of this one, do more of this. So I'm excited for that, and to really see these things making results for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Janet. I really appreciate it. I'm really excited to see where we go from here with these new videos and everything, and thank you for agreeing to do this video.
Yeah, well, and bye everybody, and I hope if you're out there and you're on the fence that you click right now and book a call with Aleric so that you can be here in Cambridge with him if you want.